Tim, would you please describe the difference between the upper, middle and lower classes in England?
Well, that's a very difficult question. You see, back in the day, there was a great blurring of it. I mean, the class distinctions were lot to be correct. But on the other hand, one gets the opinion during sort of the early part of the 20th century, there was actually quite a swelling of working class pride and self-betterment. I mean, there were working class meetings to discuss high art and political theory. And though these still go on, I'm not saying there isn't a working class intellectual movement. It seems to have coalesced much more in sort of the upper classes, the earning classes, the middle classes, the thinking classes, and the lower classes are the voting Labour and not giving a shit classes. And that's it. There is some people think that Daily Mail readers in the middle class, and they're not, because I'm in the middle class, and fuck if those guys are being let into my class. Fuck them, and fuck the horse I rode in on. Essentially, if you took V for Vendetta and looked at the society they come up with and asked Daily Mail readers, they go, I don't see the problem. Murdering homosexuals, sounds great. Essentially, they're the kind of horrible arseholes who'd let fascism by the back door, and I hope honestly they all die. But essentially, being middle class is a willingness to be wide-read, to think. And that's not to say that the working class don't, but there's quite, essentially, I'd say the highest part of the working class are honestly much better and worthier and nicer people than the lowest part of the middle class. I think there's a significant proportion of this country that honestly do think, and they might disagree with me, but I'm willing to, agree with their disagreeal, because I might not agree with their idea that the sort of the socialist ideal we should be living in, but it makes a hell of a lot better than this kind of hidebound traditionalist, my Britain, 'tis of these wankeritude that is pumped out to the lower middle class, hyacinth bouquet-eyed wanker of this country. So yes, I've tried to establish this, but essentially, those Daily Mail readers are the ones that are deciding our elections. So essentially, they're the ones who are ruling us, and it's why all our political parties are making fuck all progress. Because all three of them, with the Lib Dems being less so than the other two, are catering to this dickhead class who are ruining everything. If we had just said anyone who bought a Daily Mail was ineligible to vote, we'd have a proper drugs and prisons and crime policy by the end of the fucking year.
So Tim, we've gone off track here. To summarise, fuck the Daily Mail.
Yes, fuck the Daily Mail.